to order for December 8, 2014, and please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. The Pledge of Allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Just want to mention a little bit about the rules of procedure for a public input session. This is meant as an opportunity for residents to tell us, the Board of Selectmen, what's on your mind as far as questions, comments, suggestions. We have a light turnout this evening, so there won't be any time limits on what anybody has to say. We don't have any presentations or anything like that scheduled. This is, as I said, an opportunity for us to find out what questions you might have so we know what information we need to provide in the future to residents. So having said that, I will open it up for anybody in the audience who would like to step up to the microphone and provide comments or questions. And please give your name and address for the record before you begin to speak. Thank you. Who wants to be first?
Wants to be last.
Who wants to be first now?
Somebody must have something to tell us.
Oh, we get two.
Very good.
He's got a gun.
Now we'll flip a coin.
Good evening. Good evening, Madam Chairperson, members of the Board of Selectmen, Mr. Manager. My name is James Spinney. I am the police chief here in Chelmsford. I want to say a few comments about the consolidation plan for the polling sites. I know there's been a lot of concern about that, a lot of talk. I just wanted everybody to know that the police department and the town clerk's office met significantly with regards to the consolidation, and we've put place, in my opinion, an excellent action plan. That plan addresses security concerns, traffic concerns, and parking concerns. With regards to security, I did a on-site audit of the facility, and we've put a plan in place to have officers in the large gym as well as the smaller gym. There will be officers outside, at least 3 officers to assist with traffic issues. And with regards to parking issues, again, we work with the clerk's office regarding signage, parking monitors, and there'll be police officers out there helping people learn the new routine, especially North Road at the entrance of the McCarthy. There will be an officer dedicated to that location for obvious reasons to help traffic enter the North roadway. So I don't know if there's any questions about that. And the best thing about it is the next few elections are smaller in size, and we'll have plenty of time to adjust and make any additions or location changes that need to be made. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. I have a question.
Sure, Bob.
I don't know if this is the school department or the police department, but when school is in session on an election day, which there may be some cases, because they won't always take what they call a work day, professional day. I would like to see the parking that is closest to the building on the left side of the McCarthy designated for voters, and ask the teachers to park back, because there's a lot of elderly people that come to vote. Not all of them have placards, handicap placards. So I think it would be a really good deed to reserve parking in the front of rows for the voters. And I don't know if we have to work that out with the school department, probably, right? But, okay, thank you.
Okay, thanks. Tom, did you have something you wanted to talk to us about? Oh, Dee's going to come up next.
Okay, this is Tom Gilroy from Timmy Road. With respect to the consolidated elections, there has been some discussions that I've seen with respect to the number of police officers that will be needed to accommodate this, as opposed to what we needed previously when we had the multiple locations. Do you know what the numbers are, Chief?
It was 15,
Okay,
and now we're in the vicinity of 9.
so there'll be a savings of 6 then, okay, very good. And with respect to the parking, I know that Honorina and the chief and everybody did an exhaustive study, but I'm wondering, at the peak of any election, has anybody done a study as to how many cars might actually be at each one of those locations? Okay, well, I understand, sure. Sure, right.
That's a hypothetical scenario. Typically with traffic studies, it's based on a national study using peak rates based on a type of use for a facility. In this case, you're going to reverse engineer it. We know how many voters are going to turn out at a particular election, and from that you deduce the number of cars. So you do it backwards. If you were to do a 50% turnout, we would approximate somewhere between 9,000 and 11,000 vehicles. Spread out over the day, that's not going to be given a 15-minute voter time, and that's an approximation. You're not going to have more than 195 cars on any site at the time for McCarthy Middle School. And the total number of parking spots there is 250. So that's all hypothetical numbers, and that's the best that we can come up with for a hypothetical scenario.
That would be presidential.
50% turnout would be a below a presidential but above a town-wide. And on a presidential, there is no school. So there wouldn't be any parking being taken up by teachers or administrators. The schools would not be in session on a presidential.
Thanks, Thad.
I'm Dee Miller. I live on Cottage Row. I've read that precincts 2 and 3 will be voting at the senior center, and that's bingo day. What's going to happen to bingo? I mean, the place is full.
I think we don't have an answer for that at this time, but that is a good point. And
Oh, yeah. I mean, this room is full. I've never played, but a lot of people are here for several hours, so I
at
hope.
least we'll have a lot of bingo players that'll be voting then,
Yeah.
we hope. Now I see somebody just arrived. Mary, would you?
Hey, Mary, there's no one at the microphone if you'd like to speak. We were going to go home without you. Yeah.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I don't think you really want to hear what I have a question to ask you tonight,
Well, Mary, just so you know,
but I
mean,
want to get on that committee
okay,
for the center.
Mary, just a second, just so you know what the rules are. We're not here to answer questions. We're not here to answer questions tonight. We're here to hear from you, okay? So you... I guess so.
Me too.
I just wanted to let you know that we're not here to answer questions tonight. We're here to listen to what you have to say. So you can go to the microphone and you can tell us what you want to tell us, and
That's what we signed up for, Mary. It's okay.
Let it rip, Mary.
What's G's last name?
I don't know what you expect me to say tonight, but I'm wondering if, can I ask a question?
you can ask a question, but like I said, we're not here to answer questions this evening. Nothing is on the agenda except just listening to the residents. So you can ask a question, then we might be able to
Okay.
provide an
My
answer some
question
other
is,
time.
how can I get a copy of the budget line-by-line item?
I believe it is on the website.
Not on the internet.
Not
I
on the-
don't have it, and I am not going to
Okay.
get it.
We have copies at the town offices.
I can just go in?
You can
It'll
go
be
in
right
and ask
there?
for one, yes.
Okay. Then I guess
That's
that's
it?
it for now.
Okay.
For now, that's it.
All right, thank you.
But I'll be back.
Anybody else want to address us at this time?
God bless you.
Bless you.
Okay, seeing none, I just have a couple announcements to make. As you may recall from our meeting last Monday, the board is in the process of creating 2 new committees to come up with suggestions for usage for property that was purchased at 101 Mill Road, and also for the property where the current Center Fire Station is located. We'll be accepting applications for both those committees until the end of this month, until December 30th. The committees will be appointed at a meeting on January 5th, and hopefully will begin their work soon after that time. Does anybody else have any announcements they'd like to make?
I just had one. I wanted to mention the helping to raise money for the Salvation Army this year. They're having their radiothon this weekend. So any residents or businesses who would be interested in helping to donate to the Salvation Army, we all know all the good that they do in the community here. Please feel free to reach out to me. All my contact information is on the town website. My number is 978-319-5383, and we're looking for all the help we can get.
He's going to be on the radio. Update on Saturday's fire station ribbon cutting and open house.
Okay, Chief Curran, would you want to come up and tell us about the activities that are going to be going on this Saturday?
Not as well dressed as my counterpart, forgive me. This Saturday, we are going to have a ribbon cutting ceremony. It's from 2 to 4 for the new fire station. We're really looking forward to the completion of that project. And any questions?
Have they moved in, Chief? I haven't been in town lately.
We're not certain of the move-in date. We really got to get through the ribbon cutting. There's some punch items that they want to get through. It'll be easier for them to get through that without us being in the building. So the first of the week, we plan on starting to move in, depending on what items they get done on the punch list.
Okay, thank you.
You want to let them know there'll also be fire apparatus there?
We will have both new pieces of apparatus that we purchased over the last 2 years, the new pumper and a new ladder. Pumper's being delivered Thursday, and the new ladder is in town. We're just still working on the equipment being mounted. It's not in service yet. So those 2 new trucks will be there. And we'll have some people there to take the residents through the building on a tour, and it's impressive, very impressive.
So the actual ribbon cutting will be at 2, and then basically an open house after that, is that?
Yes, exactly.
Great, thank you.
Okay. All right, thank you.
We'll be there, thank you. Anyone else? This is going to be your last chance.
Rena was going to say something. She doesn't want to, no.
Okay, seeing that no one else is approaching the microphone, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you all.